Hey, Steve here, sharing my latest aviation adventure. I've been flying fixed-wing airplanes for a couple of years now, and it's an awesome experience. It's just absolutely fantastic. However, it's not quite everything in flying that I was hoping for. One of the things I really want to do is just open air, low and slow kind of flying. And a Cessna or a Piper, not really suited for that. So I recently got into power paragliding. Just finished my training in Eastern Michigan, and after I took my first flight, I was hooked. I knew it. So I placed an order for my first paramotor, and here it is. Before we get to opening it though, big thanks to Travis and Eric at Aviator PPG. You guys were awesome, helping me choose the right equipment for me with my level of experience, which is next to none. I just finished my training, but you guys were super supportive, so thank you very much. And a big thanks to some people that I've never spoken to or ever met. Woody, thanks very much for your review of the AirConception Nitro 200. That video was really helpful to me. You really went into some great details that I couldn't find anywhere else, so thank you very much for that. Tucker, thanks for producing your videos, because, man, I've known about paramotoring for a long time. I've seen it, but it wasn't until I saw your videos that I got super excited about it and decided it was really something that I wanted to do. So that was awesome. And also Kyle Oakley. Kyle, thanks very much for your videos also on the AirConception Nitro 200. I know you're not a fanboy, as you put it, but your videos really helped me select the right equipment for me. The thing that I was going for when I bought my paramotor was weight. In aviation, weight is everything. And that was the big selling point for me. Lots of power, very little weight. And a couple of points that Eric shared in one of the videos from Aviator PPG was, after switching to this, fewer students were crashing, wiping out, breaking props, that kind of thing, because weight wasn't so much of a factor. So of all of the models out there that I researched, it really looked to me like the AirConception Nitro 200 was the right choice for me. I'm not saying it's better or worse than anything else, but power, high power, low weight, made it a really good choice. So enough talking. Let's get to the unboxing and see what we've got here. So I watched Travis Burns' video on assembling the Nitro 200, and I'm going to try to figure things out from memory, but something tells me that there's probably some sort of instructions in here somewhere. But anyway, here's what we have. So it looks like these are the cage pieces. All right, quick start guide. Looks like a sticker, got to have that. Propeller. My goodness, this thing is incredibly light. I know I'm going to need that. So this is travel case for the prop. Set that aside. Cage and net. LiPo battery charger, and looks like a spare battery. That's a different charger. All right, so that's a metered charger. Velcro strap, power cord. Another Velcro strap. And 3, 4 there. Adapter. Okay, I'm going to set this aside for right now. Get to the good stuff. Put that here. All right, let's make sure we have some room to work here. Get a back pad. And a motor. Check that out. That's awesome. That is nice. This thing is incredibly light. All right, nothing else in the box. So here we have it. Okay, so a couple of shots up close. Take the wadding out of there. So here's the battery for the e-start, and it's in a fire bag. Kind of tough to get open, so I'm just going to leave that alone for now. So this is something I haven't seen in the videos before. I know Woody had the blow primer system. This comes with a more typical primer bulb to pump, but there's also a petcock here. Just looks like you can shut the fuel off. Maybe that's on earlier models. I don't know. I just haven't seen it. I haven't heard anybody speak about it. Spark plug wire. Up top is the power switch. And well, the throttle's got to be wrapped up inside the harness. So something cool about the throttle. Actually, a few things. Just initial thoughts. First, the strap. I've only used one model of Paramotor before, and it had a nylon strap with Velcro closure and all that, and didn't think anything of it. It worked, but this is elastic, and this holds the throttle in my hand much better than the regular kind of rigid strap. And also the lever is a little easier to manipulate than the bicycle brake that I'm accustomed to. And the handle is also a little bit narrower than the bicycle brake that I've used before, or the, I guess, bicycle handle type that I've used before. So being a little bit narrower takes up a little less room, and I haven't flown with it, mind you, but I feel a little more dexterous with it. So this seems to be a much better setup. So I'm pretty excited about that. And I did go with the left-hand throttle, just thinking that I'd probably want to use a camera, phone or something with my right hand where I need like really fine motor skills. So managing the throttle with the left hand is pretty easy. So that's why I chose that. And it also seems to be what all the cool kids are doing. So yeah, I kind of jumped on the bandwagon with that. All right, let me get the rest of this kind of cleaned up, and we'll put it up on the workbench. Just got to be careful I don't knock the thing off. Another thing that really I thought was important to me when I bought this, or when I was shopping for a Paramotor, was that it's supposed to be pretty quiet. And I don't like loud motors right next to my head. So the quiet thing was pretty important to me as well. So that was another contributing factor to me buying this model. So a little word to the wise with these LiPo batteries or lithium polymer batteries. you see news reports of batteries blowing up in airplanes and that kind of thing. These are, I'm thinking, based on some experience with radio control and things that use these kind of batteries, these batteries are less stable than lithium batteries, lithium-ion batteries that you find in computers and tablets and all that kind of stuff. These things are well known for going up in flames, which is exactly why the starter battery is in this fire bag. So this thing burns up, it's going to put out a lot of heat, and it's going to do it really fast. That fire is contained in that fire bag. So having this inside a fireproof bag when you charge it at home, especially if you're going to do it inside your house, make sure it's in a fire bag, so if it does blow, that fire is going to be contained. Another thing to consider is storage. These things have been known to go up just while in storage. So storing it in a really cheap fireproof safe that you can get at like Staples or Office Depot or something, or Costco. Really simple, but they are fireproof, and if this thing blows up inside one of those cases or that fireproof like document safe, the fire is going to be contained. So protect your house. These things just aren't worth it, and charging in a place is going to be safe. I don't want to over dramatize it, but these things are unstable and they have been known to cause house fires. All right, I'm going to check out the harness. See what's going on here. Piece of Velcro. Not sure what that's about. Bolt. I'm just going to twist this around so you can see what I've got going on here. So here's maybe a better view for you. Alright, so I'm supposed to make this snug, but still leave the arm removed. So make a note, the long socket doesn't fit. Alright, this is going to be easier on the floor. Just so you know what's going on here. So you can see how that wrench is a little misaligned. It doesn't really fit in there. So this is a 13 millimeter nut. So I don't have a 13 millimeter box end wrench. My suggestion is go get one before you try this. Because getting it fully tight, getting it properly tight, is more difficult than it needs to be using a socket wrench. So you can see that bolt sticking out right there. So I'm trying to get this nut on there. The wires are in the way. Just a little snug in there. Not impossible, but just something to be aware of. So I just pulled the wires off of the switch there. Made it easier to get this cable out of the way as well. And now I can get in and properly attach the nut. So this side is easier to access with a socket wrench, but it still isn't correct. So box end wrench would be easier, but not impossible with a socket. Okay, this side's a little tighter. And that's a little better. Get these wires attached back up. So we got the yellow power connection here off the battery. Just look for the yellow connection on the other side. It's actually wrapped in black, but on the inside you'll see it just hanging right there. I know there are 3 sizes of these tubes. And memory serves, long goes on top, medium's on the bottom, short is in the middle. Looks about right. So, looks like a bit of a rat's nest. Now, Woody, you made this look easy. Don't be shy about trying to bend, flex these rods a bit to get, or the tube, rather, to get pieces in place. Drop right in place and insert that screw through the hole, and we're in. So be sure to take a good look in the pocket for the travel bag, because some important pieces are in here. So I have this, and then the pocket on the other side has the bolts to hold the prop on. Okay, we're back. Sorry, I had to leave for a bit. I needed to go get a torque wrench and a socket for a spark plug. And a couple of things got in the way. Now 2 days later, I'm back. So next step is I'm going to put the spark plug in. Turn this around so you've got a better view. All right, so we're set up for 18 foot-pounds. There we are. All right, so the next step is to put the prop together, and you can see just slides together. A good tip I heard from Woody: make sure the logos are on the same side. It would I don't know how you could do it, but apparently it is possible to put it together backwards. So just make sure we have that label on the same side there. Okay, so now it's just a matter of bolting it up. So just putting this thing on for the first time, it is, it seems noticeably lighter than the 125cc unit that I've been training with. Just immediately what I can tell is it's much more fitted. The shoulder straps are way more comfortable, a lot easier to hold the weight of the unit up. I mean, just standing straight up. This is a piece of cake. With the Blackhawk that I trained with, And I always had this desire. I could stand up, but it got really uncomfortable on the shoulders, lots of pressure, and I even got some bruising from it. And I found myself constantly wanting to bend over to get that weight off these points on my shoulders. But this is just like super comfortable. And the J-bars, the harness, it's much more fitted. Woody points that out. So I can just tell that this thing's a lot easier to move around and even bend over backwards with, which is something I would not try with the Blackhawk for fear of just falling over, because I always felt really off balance with that unit. With this one, I feel totally balanced with all the weight on my shoulders. Totally comfortable. Of course, there's no fuel in it, but I think even with a couple gallons of fuel, this is so much more balanced. So I don't know what it is with the design, but this thing is far superior to what I'm used to. Keep in mind, I haven't flown it yet, but so far, it's awesome. So that's the unboxing and assembly of my AirConception Nitro 200. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. If you'd like to see more videos from me, please go ahead and subscribe. I will be putting out more videos about all my PPG adventures, and my next video is going to be the break-in of the motor that I'm going to do out in the backyard. And in a couple of weeks, I'll have my wing, and then you'll be able to see me fly it. All right, thanks very much. We'll catch you next time.